Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another monthly recap. September 2021. Here we go. Looking back at it, it wasn't a bad month up until these red days that I had. 5 consecutive red days. As you guys know, a bit of a shift in the market, and of course, having to adjust. Right. Overall, though, September was not a bad month. A couple of key things to mention is that I think I had 3 drawdowns of $500. Uh, we'll get into that later on though, but a good start to the month, right? The month started off on a Wednesday. Any month where I can start being up $600-700 is pretty good. And so I had a strong start, I would say. 2 red days here, missed Wednesday, which wasn't good. I think I had an internet issue, and actually I remember it very well. ATR was now taking off. I was watching the 1 minute setup. My level 2 started lagging. Couldn't take any trades. This would have definitely been a green day. Let's see, the 7th, was it? Yeah, AEHR is what it was. AEHR. But anyhows, missed Wednesday. The 13th, I had something going on the 12th, and in terms of the other business, was just too tired to come in. Right, I was up till like 5 a.m., 4 a.m. Didn't want to come in tired, so took Monday off on the 13th. The 6th was, I believe, Labor Day, a holiday, so no trades. But definitely, moving forward, if it's the internet or something that I can't really control, all right, cool. But this is not going to happen again. This day, I should never miss. The other business is important, but trading comes first, right? I got to make sure this does not happen again. Maybe I could have had a nice, good green day on Monday, right? Just never know. But anyhows, good 4 green days in a row. The 20th was definitely disappointing. I was up about $299, $300. Made a mistake on CEI. Was it CEI or one of these stocks? VZIO, one of them. I took VZIO. I took too many shares, or maybe CRVS might have been this one. I took too many shares. You can see the charting here, right? It was a good green day, and I gave it all back, right? By accident, taking too much share size and getting in and not realizing to reduce. So that was disappointing. That should have been a nice good green day, at least 250, right? But Monday, Tuesday, and all the days going back to August was pretty good, right? In the morning session, let's say the first 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. And then the 22nd came. This day, I didn't stand a chance, man, because the first 1 minute candle to make a new high, which I was so aggressive on, all these last couple of days, and if you include Thursday, Friday, right, of the second week, was that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green days. Yes, I had that mistake. I'm gonna count this as a green day, right? 8 green days in a row of seeing consistent momentum in the first 5, 10 minutes, and boom, the 22nd comes. Everything I attempted, red. Unbelievable. Didn't stand a chance. Thursday, adjust, but still wasn't where I needed to be. I believe Friday, Monday, Tuesday is where I should have been green, but ended red. We had MRIN on this Friday, which was pretty good. And I didn't trade it well. Just too hesitant, right? Very hesitant in key areas where I should have been in and making money. MRIN. Monday, Tuesday, definitely could have done a better job on these 2 days to be green, but we did get things together finally. The good thing is that the red days were getting smaller and not bigger. But I did have a pretty good sized drawdown here, right? $1,000 drawdown over these 5 days. Let's take a look at the detailed section. Let me go to full screen, by the way. There we go. So in total gains, I'm going to finish up $1,892.31. Average daily gain at $99. Of course, these metrics are going to be lower since I had all those red days, right, towards the end. Total number of trades 190. Average winning trade 68. Average losing trade 50. My accuracy is actually going to end pretty high considering where it's at overall, right? Overall, I'm at 48%. And it goes to show, had I done really well on those 5 red days, I probably would have finished around 56, maybe 60% accuracy. Because I'm pretty sure it was at 55 or so, and I dropped off a good amount. So that wasn't too impressive there. Largest gain, 438. Largest loss, 244. Average per share gain, 1 cent. Average trade loss / gain, $9.96, $10, right? Let's round that up a little bit. Trade P&L standard deviation, $85. Profit factor, 1.4. And average hold time, 34 seconds on winning trades. Average hold time on losing trades, 39 seconds. So this is definitely not good. We want to have a 2-to-1 ratio in this area here as well. Letting the winning trades run and cutting the losses quickly. So that was not good. And I did have an issue on those 5 days holding longer too, which makes sense because prior to, because I was seeing so many green days, a little bit more sloppy, letting the trades work a little longer, even when they're coming down on me, for them to curl back up. Better market conditions, so it was working versus, you know, being in and then seeing those drop-offs, which was not good. Performance by day of week: Monday down 127, Tuesday almost flat, Wednesday 294, Thursday 1100, and Friday 567. Pre-market was not good for me this month, down 151, and around the close I'm down what's that, 1 p.m. I'm down 134. So not the best metrics, right, overall for me. I've definitely seen better months. Performance by volume: the cheaper stocks didn't do super well on between 2 and 5, and between what's that, below $2, right? Not too good. So 5 and 10 did pretty well. Surprisingly did better between 10 and 20, and between 20 and 50 saw some small gains as well. So instrument, right? This will be the key stocks that that basically moved up this month. HLBZ, which a lot of you will remember, did really well. PALT, BBIG, TCAT, ANY, ATER, and a few of the other stocks, ZVIO. Now, CRVS I think did pretty well, but I just did terrible on, right? Some of these stocks over here did all right, but I just happened to not do good on it. CEI made a 3-day continuation move, and each day I was buying the lows and just selling too soon every time. The first day I came out like 10 minutes too early. The second day I was in for about 5 to 10 minutes, came out like 3 minutes too soon, and beautiful red to greens off of those trades. So still working on my trades on the lows. Got to get better with the timing, the execution, and the willingness too is a big part of the willingness to be more aggressive towards those setups. I understand the concept, so mentally just have to go for it, right? Hey, if we know we're holding a certain support level, just have that tight stop and live with the outcome, right? I think that's the way to go. Because today I know we're in October, but I missed a good trade off the lows on what is it? GROS, is it? Here, let me just quickly check the app. GROM. So performance by volume. As you guys know, I'm only looking for stocks with high volume, right? We either need volume or we want some breaking news that'll bring volume, and that's the key for me. So over 10 million shares is where I'm seeing most of the profits, which is good. The stocks with lighter volume can still be good, but you know, we're just not seeing as many stocks with lighter volume move. Overall, right now, it seems like the market is just seeing more liquidity. Market behavior, which I don't pay too much attention to, but when the SPY was down, I was red, and when the SPY was up about 1 to 2%, I was also red, which is a little disappointing. Once the SPY is up, we usually see more stocks move. You know, definitely want to do a little bit better in this kind of a situation. If the market is pulling back and it's weighing on the small caps, fine. Now the small caps and it's not tied as close to the overall market as the large caps are. Let's say big tech. Once the Dow and the S&P is pulling back, all the big tech stocks are pulling back. All the major stocks, right, that make up the S&P is pulling back. So which makes sense, right? But small caps, sometimes we'll see some weakness, but if a company has really good news, we'll still see a move in a weaker market, which is what basically happened today, right, on GROM. So win-loss expectation. Now this is the metrics that haunts me the most. This month I made $6,500, but I lost so much money, man. I lost $4,600, and out of this $4,600, I had some drawdowns. So first, right, this which is worth mentioning here, the first drawdown I was down 450, almost 500, right? If we go back to the calendar, reports view, calendar, that's gonna be these two red days right here. So Friday and Tuesday, I missed. Well, Monday was a holiday. Friday and Tuesday, not good. Not trading on Wednesday wasn't gonna help either, right? So with the internet issue, so down 400 between these 2 days. This is why, like today, for example, I finished up $50. I had so much, there was so much potential for me to finish with a higher P&L and do better overall today and yesterday, right? From the opportunities that we saw, I feel like between these 2 days, today is October 7th, or right, October 7th, October 6th, I feel like I should be up at least $1,000 at the least. And instead I'm only up $100, right? So missed opportunities, right? Missed opportunities, but at least I was able to finish up $50, still in the green. Yesterday finished up $90 or something, or $68, still in the green. It's not where I wanted to be, but at the same time I wasn't red. So I didn't really win, but I didn't really lose in a sense, you know. But I definitely want to try my best to start the days in the green, go higher in the green, and close at the all-time highs. Those are the best days. Days like the 1st of September, you know. If we look at the charting here, I think I had a small red trade, maybe down like $40, but we want to start green, push higher into the green, and go and finish at the all-time highs of the day. This is an excellent day right here, you know. So, you know, it's a little disappointing when we do get these red days, especially on days where we know the opportunities were good. It's going to give us the drawdowns, and it's definitely going to affect the win-loss expectation. So down 450, and then of course the 5 red days in a row. I was already up 2,600, right? Which is not anything crazy, but pretty decent, right? Slower month. We've seen some good days, but slow and steady. Now imagine if let's look at my metrics, right? Let's do some math right here. So that first red day is going to come on the 22nd, I believe. Let's check the calendar. The 22nd. So the 22nd to the 28th. Let's go to the 21st. Go to the details section. Look at my so before those 5 red days, I'm averaging $217 a day, right? 57% accuracy. My win-loss expectation could be better, and well, profit-loss ratio could be better here, 68 to 50. But overall, I'm doing all right, right? I'm pretty accurate. I'm doing well. But let's see. I made 5,700 and lost 3,100. Not too bad, right? Could be better, but not too bad. So let's say for the next 5 days that I was red, I averaged $217, right? And let's see, times 5, that's 1,085 plus 2,600. You know, finishing the month around 3,600. I was on pace to do that before the drawdown, right? 450 draw, man. You know, it's one of those things where you can't really avoid it sometimes, but we gotta really try our best. Real time, how well can you react? All right, the one day out of this month that I really feel like I didn't have a chance, like I mentioned, was Wednesday, right? Wednesday the 22nd. Thursday I should have known better, and I had the conversation with one of my guys, you know, talking about the approach that I can take, because Wednesday was a very obvious shift. For me, I feel like I'm very aware when it comes to the market and the small caps right now, and for 20 days straight we've been seeing consistency in terms of those 1 minute breakouts, red to greens, Wednesday was the complete opposite. Everyone that I took blazed me. So that's an obvious red flag and sign that, hey, things are not working. What I did decide to do was keep my share size high and try and nail A quality setups. Didn't work out super well. Had I had decided to drop down my share size like I usually do, right, these red days probably would have still happened, but instead of $2, $3, $4, $500, it probably would have been, like 150, 160 at best, at the highest. But you got to live with the decisions you make. You can't go back in time. You can only look forward to doing better in similar situations. So I made the wrong decision, so I changed that, and then on the 28, 29 is where my red days were getting really smaller and turned green, which was good. So let's head back to the win-loss expectations. Right, and so I had to dig myself out of this hole to now get back green, right? So started the month off pretty good. $500 drawdown, 450. Nice surge, right? From 600 up to 2,600, $2,000, and then boom, back down to 1,500. So not super good right there. I'm out of this hole already. I'm back at all-time highs, which is good. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So this is what the metrics are looking like. Win-loss versus days. On our 11 winning days, we're going to be up $3,498. On our 8 losing days, we're going to be down $1,600. So the traders who are green, let's say 90% of the times in terms of day by day, day over day, right? Let's say we have 20 trading days in the month and they're only red 2 days of the month. That's the goal, man. That is the goal, because, look at my accuracy on my winning days, 62%, pretty decent trading, right? But the red days, man, the red days are the big challenge, and we're not seeing follow through. Still have to become more versed. I got to continue to work on the trades off the lows. Days like today, October 7th, I cannot afford to let good trades off the lows get by without me being in and profiting off of those moves. It's a challenge, right? It's definitely a challenge, but we got to continue working. So on my winning days, average daily gain 3,818, pretty solid, and on pretty light volume, right? Look at the volume here, 15,000 shares. I'm doing 318 on 15,000 shares. It's pretty good for me. I know some of you might be more efficient. Some people might be less efficient. We're all in a different space, right? With our experience and that kind of a thing, but not bad for me, right? Pretty good. $77 average winning trade, 2-to-1, right? Almost a 2-to-1, $46 my losing trade. P&L deviation, I'm at $91. Looking pretty healthy. Of course, the 8th losing days are, and a third of this is going to be that Wednesday on the 22nd, and I'm going to be down $550. Average daily loss, $200. Volume is about the same usually. And this is why I think I'm never going to go back on that decision that I've made, which is to reduce size once things do slow down. Because if my volume was cut in half, or let's say less than half, a third, my losing days would have been way lower, right? Let's say from $200 to $80, $90. Could have saved myself an extra $110 every one of those days that my share size could have been lower, but that's how it goes. You got to live and learn, right? It's not bad to try and make adjustments, but you got to continue to adjust if it's not working, right? Average winning trade 32%, average losing trade 67%. Profit loss ratios in the negatives, definitely not good at all. Largest gain 109, largest loss 244. So I think that might be most of the metrics here. Let's go back out and take another look, right, at the calendar, and I'll include the October trades that I have so far. So September, right, 6, like I mentioned, Monday should have been a green day, so I'm going to count it. 8 green days in a row. A bit of a switch in the momentum. I'm gonna get 5 days of trouble and then I adjust, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green days in a row, um, which is pretty solid, right? Now, Wednesday and Thursday, right? Yesterday and today, not my best days, but still green. Looking forward to Friday, wildcard Friday. Hopefully, I can get another big green day like this to really boost me up on the week. Definitely don't want to end red, so I'll be very focused tomorrow. Looking forward to the challenge. Looking forward to the opportunities, right? So, with that being said, I believe that's it. Let's take one look at the overall metrics, right? I'm still working on accuracy. That's my biggest thing. Right now, ever since I went live May of last year, I'm at May 1st, 2020 to today's date, October 7th. I'm almost at 50K, guys. Pretty soon I'm going to be at the 100K mark. I don't want to jump ahead and jump the gun, but 46K, pretty solid. Pretty soon it's going to be 50, 65, 75, and so forth and so forth. That 100K mark will be coming, maybe sometime next year. Our biggest drawdown so far since going live was October of last year. So far I'm doing much better this October. The market is cyclical, right? So cyclical, that's how you say it. It's not seasonal, right? So summer of last year can be hot, next summer can be cold. Q1 of this year might be hot, Q1 of next year could be cold. It's a little random, so I just got to continue to be careful, manage risk, and do my best every day. Despite not being anywhere close to where I feel like I can be in the future, I'm still doing pretty well overall, and making progress, right? Which is the important thing. September's drawdown is going to be my third largest drawdown. Before that, I was down in August of 2020, 1400 before recovering. So, gotta make sure that I don't get a drawdown this big again, right? That's my key, to just keep it minimal. Even when I continue to increase size, I feel like managing risk and taking the best trades can keep me with minimal drawdowns and high efficiency. Overall, throughout my trading career, I've made $120,000 over May 1st to October 7th, right? May 1st, 2020, October 7th, 2021, $120,000. Crazy, right? Crazy to even say. And this does not include unrealized gains, I don't believe. So it's probably, let's say, 180,000 if I include unrealized gains, right? Where I let the trade come back down and then get to capitalize. Because there's a lot of trades where I'm in and it might be slippage, or I sell too late, whatever the case might be. Or there's a lot of trades too where I get out too soon. I mean, if we include all of that, let's put it at 200,000, right? And lost 74K. I think this is pretty impressive. Of course, we want to keep the green side going and reduce the losses as best as we can. But it comes down to a day-by-day basis, continuing to adjust, continuing to be better. I was looking at my metrics in terms of accuracy, right? Going back to August, right? I'm at 49%, so I'm up 1% over the last 3 months. If I can continue getting 1%, it's going to be really good. I can continue to improve. And like I mentioned, the green days are really impressive, right? Let's clear everything out, win-loss versus days, right? On my green days overall, throughout all my green days ever, I have 223 green days versus 120 losing days. I'm at 54% accuracy on my green days, so I definitely want to continue to improve on that amount, right? 68,000 versus 21,000 on my losing days. So I think overall I'm doing a decent job keeping the losses to a minimum, right? But just gotta continue working. I know I can be so much better, man. It's like, I mean, you guys will see it too. The days like today, I missed some trades off the lows. I sell too soon, But I think with time I can continue being better. I'm in a good place. Just can't rush the rush, right? I think a lot of the times we'll have trouble by trying to move too fast. The market will be here. As long as businesses continue to operate in the United States, the market will be here. And so keeping that in mind, keeping that perspective, understanding that what I'm doing here is pretty impressive, right? Averaging $130 a day and $300 on my green days is pretty good, right? So just got to continue working, and I eventually will continue to see the progress, but I have to put in the work, have to put in the time, whether it's rewatching my live sessions, doing those in detail recaps, studying behind the scenes, looking at chartings, analyzing, uh, just finding ways to be better, listening to feedback, right? Because a lot of people who are watching on and rooting for me have my best interests at heart, and I feel like whatever makes sense will always make sense, and not even just for trading in general, right? So what makes sense will always make sense, and so if I get feedback, I can listen, interpretate, and if I think it applies and it is good for my trading, I can start to implement slowly, right? Whether it's somebody reaching out and say, hey, consider doing this. Because I had someone say, hey, consider using trend lines more, right? I started drawing up these trend lines. It makes the charting even more clear for me, right? And it's like, I had another guy, my guy Troy, hey, check out the lows, man. You got to start watching the lows. Try and familiarize yourself and be more comfortable getting in off the lows. You know, I talked to Will, Freedom Trader, all you guys. A lot of you in the chat room, right? Real time, whether it's Elijah, Steve. I like the feedback, man. Especially when it comes to discipline too. Like, you know, hey, it's a slow day. Let's not push it. Because in the end, we always want to watch out for each other and utilize the community efficiently. One of the things that I am most proud of so far is the community, right? The Discord and the YouTube stream when it comes to the conversations and us just learning off of each other, right? So with that being said, guys, I think that's going to do it for the monthly recap. If you did enjoy, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, guys. I go live every single weekday at 9-10 a.m. So check out the live streams. I go live, I talk about my watch list and my game plan for the day, and I stream for about an hour or two, or maybe even more, depending on the momentum. So with that being said, guys, check out the Discord as well. That'll be the first link down below, completely free. It's been Relentless Trader, and I am, of course, signing out.